must engage the darkness. If you are going to regain the memories lost to you, you must stay strong.
A lone child's presence does not bode well for the circumstances.
No one can pass.
And inquisitive. It will be difficult.
Well, that's just perfect.
But try to remember. You are never alone.
Welcome everyone to BECKONED Development Weekly Stream, episode 73, and that's mine and Dwight's game.
Who made that game?
Yeah, you and me, buddy. That's our game, and it's on Steam. And guys, you can go there now and play the prototype demo, and then go into the discussions and let us know what you think. By the way, in the discussions, Hail Frog G. In the discussions, I saw yesterday how we got a guy who broke the entire demo down. All the stats, all the scaling. You might owe someone a shirt.
Yeah.
They broke it down. Yeah. So guys, welcome. We are here tonight, as we are every Friday. D, how you
So
doing? Active Friday.
So with that though, I mean, so he broke it down. I mean, okay. What you mean?
Oh, he went through basically the algorithms, like how much HP everything has, how much it grows and scales over the time. He said he had to sleep in the middle of grinding out like 10 because he started falling asleep grinding it out like that. So it was actually quite fun to read. Let me throw in some music, guys. And
yeah, dude, I'll have to check that out.
But yeah, that was so I also did encounter an issue on my side of the prototype.
You told me about that. I need to play it on this side. I haven't had a chance.
Yeah,
so that doesn't make sense that that's the first time we've heard that. But
right, somehow something must have done an update either on Steam side or our side, and what that did, guys,
on our side.
It forces you to keep grinding without being like you can open the gate, but when you go through there, there's something that's supposed to happen, but our collision's working, but it's not triggering that final battle. Ergo, it's not going into the credits.
And then you don't get the tracker either.
Meaning, you're not going to get the tracker radar to make the grinding easier. So I'm wondering if the person that laid that comment, if they were grinding that without a radar. But
that'd be pretty sick.
Anyway, bangerang, NTN, bangerang, buddy, yeah. So, guys, I'm working on a cover for the BECKONED comic. I have been busy working on some CG comic covers. Like I said, Tales of Zero. If you guys are still able to go grab that, it's actually a pretty good book, and the art style is very free and loose until you get to the 4 epilogue pages of my art. So that was a fun project as a first one to get into the comic books. I've got another one that
you've got that done.
Yeah, I got that one done last week. So I've already been 1 week into the new job, and I'm almost complete with the inks. So it's a wraparound cover, so it's about as wide as what you're seeing here.
No sneaky peeky?
No sneaky peeky. It's not my project, so I want to keep the eyes low until, Boss Man says that's cool to show off.
Right.
But
I mean, well, with all of our followers, man, I mean, like, we get some added benefit,
No sneaky peek. Yes, Frog G, thank you very much. Tales of Zero is still available and in demand, so if you guys want to grab, Devanis' first comic art, that would be it. I mean, I don't consider what I did for Joe comic art because I did it more like a illustration. I mean, I went off of the Final Fantasy Illustrator, to kind of go at it like that.
Just get Tard technical there for a minute.
Just get what?
Yeah, just get Tard technical for us.
Wow, by the power of Castle Grayskull.
Hey, where's my Star Circuit stuff at?
Oh yeah, right. Come on,
I'm about to riot.
Now I'm still waiting for. He's supposed to be sending me a miniature test bike, a 3D print, because I've got all the materials to do a paint job.
I'm waiting for my bike.
I think all the dates on it was on his Indiegogo, man. You might want to go see and make sure he's staying on schedule.
I don't read that crap.
He might be on later, so you might get to get on him.
Yeah, I'll hit him up.
I
don't read words and stuff, man. I just buy stuff.
So what I'm going for on this cover is I really like one of Joe's alternate covers. Oh God, was it Kanan? I'm looking it up now.
Yeah, Kanan. It had the various characters in the middle.
Yeah, I really liked his the layout of that because it really reminded me of the old Star Wars. Yeah,
I was gonna say. I mean,
Kanan was great.
Whatever. Who's Star Wars, man? It's Marvel now.
But so with this, is I liked the old Star Wars posters. I still have. Oh man, where is it? I know where it is, but I have to get up and go get it.
No,
I have a very old, like before Episode 1, Star Wars Club.
Yeah, that was before you were born.
No, it wasn't. No, I was around during the
You lie.
The Star Wars Special Edition that came out in '97.
Okay, I'm sorry. Episode 1. Yeah, whatever. The knockoff. It's not even the original.
But anyway, back to this.
No, I better be quiet. I might mess with
I've got Denethite in the foreground with this 3-point slight bird's eye perspective on our main character walking down the pathways that we see him in the comic, under the silhouette with light hitting the tops of the Tree Kingdom of Tulabani with an airship up here. And I need one our bad guy character here, and then our good mentor character here, and still some of the undergrowth, or the basically the place set and setting of all this, kind of going out into the focal point. In this pose, I need to have the crystal pretty much glowing pretty hard, and then D, I gotta put some fractals in there, buddy. So I gotta get everything in there, and then start thinking about throwing the fractals. When it comes to this left side,
get on it.
I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't want to do a wraparound because I'm already working on a wraparound. It's fun.
It looks like your time. It looks like you're going into light speed.
Those are perspective lines.
Hey, dumb it down for me, buddy.
And to be honest, they're actually quite close together. The left and the right point, and you can see how much that warps.
All right, so you're talking something for the left. So you got
24 eyes. How you doing?
So you've got the load, and you're throwing some fractal in, but so I know a little more than others. So do you do some of a Denethite foreshadowing on the left side of something that you don't know you're looking at that, but later on you go, oh, and almost kind of like when you watch the movie, you don't know that you saw what you saw.
So see,
and then you watch it again, and then it's, oh man, he put that in there.
Yeah, so these shapes here, I'm going to be styling like Denethite in the foreground. So,
the source,
and that blends into. So,
I
Nightmare Eater has to be somewhere up in here. I really wanted to get Nightmare Eater in the center of the page, so I might go back at this again and do another page because.
Hold on a minute. You're doing stuff I'm not seeing in real time while I'm watching the YouTube stream. So my brain getting all
get on the live one. Get on the YouTube one.
You know. All right. So, but you get, so entertain that for a second and just think. So what could you foreshadow with on that left side that someone looks at and goes, oh, that's neat, skips over it. And then and maybe if they get to the end of the comment, then they go to reread it again and they look at that image and they go, oh, that's what that is. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What's up, Bud and Reese?
Because that could give that extra emotion, that extra, holy crap, he actually thought about doing that. That's where I'm headed with that.
Yeah, I got you. I'm actually trying to look for because when I first started this, I was like, well, I've already got a picture of the Nightmare Eater, so I was gonna basically blow that up and redraw it, larger.
Well,
it wasn't at that stage, but then I was like, no, redraw a new one, piece of art for it.
So any story behind or capabilities of before that, and you draw that in where like now he's here crystallized, but like where was he before that?
Oh, right. That'll probably be its own comic book.
I get that, but almost
no hints. There's already hints.
Okay.
I just can't tell you.
No, yeah, I'm just probing.
Right.
I'm trying to get that spark to happen to where it's I know what I can put there.
I thought bringing this over into a cover and slapping the logo on it wouldn't have been a bad idea.
So something else that I don't remember if it's still on the website. So something in the previous prologue kind of prelude that you had did. What I would like to see is the image that you had put in my head after someone has traveled, and I'll try to keep this vague, but after someone is
my finger's on the mute button, so be easy.
I know I'm dancing around it, but do you know where I'm headed with that?
There's already hints.
Well,
they're just so subliminal.
I know that
for the moment.
Is that one that you could put on that left page where they just got done with their travel and we don't know what we're seeing, but it's an interesting image. You know what I mean? Then that's kind of that.
So yes, guys, he knows a lot more about it than what you do, and these are
I'm
the
trying
kind of
to be.
moments
I'm trying to be vague about it while still pushing him towards something. But that's an image that I have in my head after reading some of the stuff that you had sent very, very early on, before we even started doing the game.
Yeah.
And there's a piece of me, where does that fit in the timeline? Does it fit right before this?
No, way back.
Okay.
Way back.
Okay. So all right.
Way back.
But to me, that could have been almost think something like that. To me, that could be a very interesting image to have on that piece where you're looking at it going, that's cool. So why? And you almost start asking yourself questions and making up some of it kind of in your own mind and your own imagination, especially if. And the trick would be, like I said, to me, have it where someone comes back through the comic book and goes again and sees that image on the left, and it makes more sense than it did the time before.
Yep. That's that forward thinking we got. We can project ourselves after all the right moves are made and go, this is where we need to go. And then we come back and try to create those lily pads.
But if you've got some of those steps there already, where all of a sudden they come back through and go,
that's what's fun about the comic stuff, is that I can go ahead as long as I'm drawing and tell all these stories that I got.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, some of them weren't even going to appear in Beckon the game, but some of them do. So that's where I'm actually kind of going, what do I show? What do I not
piece
show?
of that helps this along? You know, helps build that fandom, the lore, the whole you know, the whole other piece of it. You know, almost what is that piece just before this that could even be the comic before Tempestro, where, you know, you had it out there, we looked at it, but we didn't really recognize it and understand it until, oh gosh, I'm reading part 2 or you know, comic book episode 2, and oh, that's what that was.
Right.
But if you're thinking that 2-3 steps ahead, later on it will pay dividends, because then there will be people going, oh wow, you already had that, like that was already kind of planned out and you were already showing it, we didn't know it. That's so cool.
Yeah, and on the first page of this comic, and this is thanks to Smiling Bandito, he read over it and suggested that I kind of give a little glimpse and hint to, you know, the exodus of the Jiri, because they kind of talk about it on the first page.
Yeah.
So there's one frame on the first page that kind of gives you a glimpse of that. And I was thinking after these 2 books are basically done, I'll go even further back in the timeline and give you, you know, some stories about that. Then, like I said, there's side characters, a hunter, particular, Light Latcher hunter, that makes an appearance in the game, that we can do an awesome action, you know, comic book based off the character, and build up fandom within the characters, because it turns out that person is a legend by the time the game happens, and it's Lane's hero. Okay. So Lane always hears about him, so that's why Lane's all about tracking and living off the land in the wilderness and stuff. So So yeah, when he meets him, it's like, holy crap, I'm meeting my hero. And I'm like, it'd be cool to have some fans that have been reading the comic books to go, oh yeah.
Right. And then,
yeah, and basically have a nice...
Then they're excited to see it and start getting to be...
Yeah, because hint, I want to make him a playable character in the section he appears in. So we would get to be combatant with him. So those are the ideas. Right. So also today...
I mean, just... I would say think through that, and I think you'll find what you're after, and be able to put that in there. So this is the inside cover.
Well, why would I be drawing an inside cover, Dwight?
Hey, you're not talking to a comic book expert. That's for
no. This is the outside cover, the thing that'd be hopefully popping off the shelf if I'm smart. You know, if I do art the right way.
Okay. So this is like your prime. So what's the other side? The back?
I don't. Yeah, the other side's the back. I just don't know what I'm going to do on it. I have no clue.
Well,
So
then never mind. Then doing like this. Come on now, this ain't even right. So yeah, then that doesn't make sense to me to do something before.
Right, I kind of went in a different direction.
Well, do you do something as a? I mean, not knowing exactly where this lands, but do you do something as a bridge to the prelude that you did in the game? Do you do something as a bridge between this and the game?
That will more than likely be volume 2 of this first book.
Okay.
Because this book was going to be a lot longer after I got, because I outlined everything out, on basic bullet points, and then said, draw this, draw this, draw this, and I just kind of was thinking about it and went, after 24 pages for my first book, it's a good, first book size is what Joe was telling me. So I said, all right, I'll run with that. And I really wanted to tell the story and, not kind of skimp over details and stuff.
So on the back, do you do a tease for the next?
I don't know. I've got to ask around and see, and do a little bit of looking. I've got a lot of Don Chen's books. I've got Zade comics books. I'm waiting for a bunch of other guys' books coming, but I could take a look at their backs and kind of figure out.
Or does the back just become a rendering of something? Just something applicable to this episode, this part. Right. And you just kind of leave it there. But to me, just because that's what they've done.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like I said, I'm working on a wraparound cover already and all that stuff. So, yeah, like some of them had, so this is Don Chen's Spider-Emon. And,
no, I see it.
And so that's the cover, and then the back is an advertisement,
right?
For a different. So
do you take the opportunity to throw out possible somebody else that you wouldn't mind doing a back cover for something they've got coming?
I don't know.
And then do they do the same for you?
I don't know. What's up, Collision Bomb? How you doing? We waving all those wrenches. But yeah, so that's what I was trying to do today, is kind of just get into the cover. I've got an alternate cover to plan out too. Jedi Josh is going to be penciling it.
I still wonder if you don't. Would that not work though? Do something as a on the back cover. Where did Devanis come from? And for now, we may not catch all of it, but
okay. So 24 Eyes is saying a sneak peek of
I don't see why not.
That's kind of what you were saying, I think. There first.
That's a piece of it. It was my initial thought was because I thought that this was when you open up and go in. This isn't page 1, so never mind.
Heck yeah!
Now,
thank you guys for that idea. Thank you.
Inside cover. What's there? Have you already got that?
Yeah, I looked inside and it's on Dawn's, and it looks like it's a synopsis breakdown, a few other things, but
I mean, would you do like a shot, a drawing of
A 1-800 phone number collection.
No, that would take up many more pages than just one. So, do you think about, if you haven't put something together already, do you put something like I was saying, where it was all that's really neat, and then you get through the comic and you go back through it again and go, oh, hey, that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think that would be interesting to me, but I'm not man, I don't even have one comic book yet. I guess Star Circuit will be my first comic book I'll ever own. There you go, Joe.
He'd be so proud. I wonder if he's breaking boards right now.
Oh, you think he can do that?
Oh, dude, I was breaking boards when I was in Taekwondo. It's easy.
Well,
it's because they get the special board, they hold it, it's the grain.
Whatever. It's like drywall. Whatever.
I'd actually say it's a little bit easier in drywall.
No, I remember, man. You were this little bitty guy that was like, I know Taekwondo, and it was like you thought you were just a little badass. You and the other one.
Yeah, Josh too.
Josh
would chase guys around
he was a bruiser, man.
When we were there, we did this circle thing where the instructor would basically have someone in the middle and would call people out or point to them, and they would jump in and switch off. Yeah. And Josh, being so small and tiny at that time, would get behind the people and start punching their butt cheeks and basically chase them around. And because they couldn't hit him, they tried. He's fast and moving behind them.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
No. Y'all grew up pretty quick, man.
But yeah, you could throw him around when he was young. He'd just bounce back.
He would. You'd sit there and cry about it for a bit.
Yeah. I was more disappointed in myself, Dwight. All right.
And then turn around and hear you're, missing limbs and all tatted up and, playing with swords. It's interesting.
Try being me.
Oh, no.
I'm getting lost in my layers. I did those dimension scribbles.
Well, at least you're not shading as much this week, so that's good.
What do you mean?
Well, you're not sitting here. You're not sitting here crosshatch crocheting. That's for sure.
I thought it's fun to see that stuff. Some people appreciate my crosshatched way.
Oh no, it's amazing. It's really good. It just doesn't belong here.
It just doesn't belong here.
But no, so I definitely, from my perspective, I just as a not being in the industry, I think to me, some sort of preview, something of like that next piece of, it on the back cover, like something that makes me want to be looking out for the next one. You know?
If you do have a guest spot in your book, you then add a stretch goal that could be a 5-page mini story crossover with that universe.
Something to think about. Oh man. So, Kanan like freaking hops in and there's a motorcycle running all around in Tulabanya. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then all of a sudden, Lane don't care about that other one. Lane's like, I want to be Kanan. And then Lane's on the back and he's spinning and and got his sling and yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I see merchandising.
Gotta get a little
Never
bit.
mind. You just like lines in the water. You didn't like. Huh?
Sorry, my bad.
No, I got this thing in my ear. It sounds like a. I don't even know what to say.
It's when Kenton made it and sent it over to me, we called it the urchin's jig. So
It makes my ears hurt.
it's just when that screech of that violin.
Yeah, it just like
there wasn't any mastering done on it, which we should have probably gotten somehow to have that happen. He was having a little bit of issues with the software he was using, but I was happy to, that he threw some music over my way to use.
Just kind of seems like some dude with his toenails on a chalkboard.
He used to play on a bagpipe trainer. So it's not a full bagpipe, but it's a trainer bagpipe. So it still makes a lot of the similar noise, but it's supposed to train you for when you get a real bagpipe. He did that and penny whistles and everything else. And so all the dancing tunes that you can kind of hear in a lot of this stuff in the dancing.
It's just got a little bit of a bag on it.
Yeah.
It might have been more Cockney than Scottish, but it was close. So all right. How much more line work you've got taken care of and accomplished to this point?
On what?
Like the comic book. Like the reason why we're even sitting here talking. That thing. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I've been trying to kind of get a lot of my job work done, but Billy Basco did check out the book. He was like, dude, your shading on all that, your volumes looks good. So he wanted to show it to a colleague of his.
Okay.
But yeah, Joe's, like I said, I've said this for about 2 weeks now. Joe gave me his input.
Hey.
I've made those adjustments on it, and so I need to kind of get back. And
Whatever.
I guess I'm kind of stalling because I want to be sure that it's perfect before I start rendering it.
We need to get Joe to work on his coloring and shading of that bike.
Oh, real quick. Why it's on me? Hold on to that thought and ask it to me in a second. Since I got people in the chat. One of the things Billy said was that my sound effects were flat and they need more dimension, like a lot of the rest of the art. I was under the impression that the sound effects might be done by a letterist. If that's it's one of those things I gotta ask Joe about. So I didn't know. But yeah, I'll have to ask around about that too.
Oh, so you need to kind of put some depth to the lettering.
Yeah. I just kind of stuck them there, so it was readable. But then
I've seen those guys that use that spray paint on the side of them trains, man. They get some good depth and some 3D with them letters, man. You might ask around.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I think paint's got a rattle can. Oh, Microsoft Paint. You know how much stuff I've done with that thing? Lots.
I think, actually, now that you bring that up, I did try to make a comic back when Grandma Fern was still alive. And I was real young. It was my first fantasy story I was coming up with. And I really liked that old movie Merlin with Sam Neill playing Merlin. I think it was a Hallmark Channel movie or something, but it was like a mini series.
I mean,
It had
Hallmark.
Martin Short in it. Playing
If it was a Hallmark movie, somebody had to be beating women.
it was, I guess it was before they went cheesy. I don't remember who did it, but
I mean, all of a sudden it just became every time, the husband's just beating that wife out, and she's trying to get away.
yeah, this was 1998 or 97, I think, is when it came
Yeah,
out.
I think that was about the time.
Either way, I really liked that.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry, guys.
Let me take that back.
I'm trying to get it back to MS Paint. He ain't having me do it.
No, I'm thinking Lifetime Channel. That Lifetime Channel. Oh yeah, bunch of dudes beat women on that one. Okay, proceed.
Yeah, that's like a husband watching murder mysteries and or murder shows in front of his wife, right?
Kind of like, hey, if I was gonna do it, right there, yeah, that's the way I'd do it.
Honey, I'm getting nervous of all the stuff you're watching. Yeah, what about that Life Channel?
Well, you told me to do more research and get more educated.
Anyway, no,
that's a joke. There's a disclaimer.
I'm trying to get it back onto task here. You were talking about Paint. I went off on a channel. This is how we get derailed. This is how the show goes.
Hey, hang on. We're on the rails. Get back on. You're off the rails.
I'm off the rails. But yeah, that was my first attempt at a comment. Yeah. But so I was trying to do like Merlin. It was really bad early stuff. And my first bad guy character was called Zormab. That's how bad it was. And but yeah, I remember Grandma.
Is that one of those guys that's in that little fortune teller arcade machine that gives you the fortune thing? Zormab.
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know. I was kind of taking Zor from Power Rangers and Mab from that Hallmark Merlin movie and throwing them together.
Oh man, yeah. You might have to pay Hallmark some royalties for that.
Maybe if they got a time machine and go back.
Well, what's the one I'm thinking of? Like Zoltar or something? What's the
yeah?
Is that fortune teller thing?
Yeah. I think so. I forgot. Those machines were everywhere.
That's back when Tom Hanks was funny. That's been quite a while.
All right, moving on from this character because I'm not set whether or not I'm going to be showing the feet or whether I've got denotype.
I'm just trying to figure out, man, how big that boy's socks are, man, because it looks like they're just flailing out like crazy.
Huh?
It looks like his pant legs are just coming out like just balloons.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I guess I can't keep going. Dwight needs reference. Or he'd be like, "You cut his legs off. It's just a flash."
Well, hey, you did that in the game, so why am I going to expect any different here?
Well played. And these are monkey feet. So,
oh man, you better get the phalanges right.
Let's see.
If not, Bud will be all over you.
Yeah, notice I've been covering up clavicles.
Quite a bit, yeah. I see that. It's like all of a sudden every character's wearing like a tight neck shirt.
Okay, so it's taking it back. Zoltar, yeah, right. Play piano with his feet. That's funny.
I got.
Hold on, Kenton. What are you going? Is he giving me secret alien messages through Facebook?
Don't derail. Let's go.
Oh my God. Oh my, yeah. No wonder he said don't read that out loud. Jeez.
Mm.
Have you been watching YMH again?
What?
A comedy podcast called Your Mom's House.
Oh.
Tom Segura.
Oh. Now he's funny. I'll I'll give him some credit.
Yeah. Their live shows have been insane.
I don't think we can go there here, but it's been good.
Okay, here he goes. Torso bone phalanges.
Man.
Hands, Dwight.
Hey.
Go to the back of the room.
Hey. So here's the thing. I am not, nor will I ever be, nor have I ever claimed to be an anatomist.
Hiya!
What the hell's an anatomist?
It sure as hell means I don't know anything
It's
about
like-
feet.
It's like analorapist.
Well,
You know, you take an analyst and therapist and put them together. It just doesn't look good on print.
hey,
Correct.
that anatomist could have helped you paint that bike. I know that.
Indeed.
Oh, man.
I was just talking about you earlier, man. Where's my stuff at?
We're going to print. Well, it's cool because I found a new printer that's in Florida.
Okay.
And I'm glad that I did because now the shipping is costing less.
They just now like shipped him in on the boat. He made it across and
Yeah, no, we
okay.
I was going to be doing Mixum, which is another printer, but they're away. I think they're North England, New England.
Okay.
I don't say North England.
Oh, you don't want that, man.
Yeah, so we got Florida.
It'll be on that weird paper.
That weird New England paper. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all the water up there. The New England.
So how was your Friday, Joe? Were you over kicking boards?
No, dude, not my week has been nuts.
You
It's one of
don't
those
do
weeks.
boards on Fridays anymore, man. You don't even
Yeah.
listen.
I did it last week. But that's only because I had to. But yeah, this week's been nuts, man. I did a 50-hour week at work plus the comic and stuff, so it's been crazy. But yeah, I'm exhausted, man. Did a 12-hour day today. I'm just like, dude, I just came back from the oven because I was cooking a steak and I just totally blew it. Like, forgot about it being in the oven, oversalted it.
Don't apologize.
Huh?
You can't oversalt the steak. Come on.
I know. I'm
Just pour some
feel
water
bad about
over it, man. It'll be fine.
so now
Wash it off.
now I got smoky bones coming delivered because I screwed it up.
Oh, you messed
Wow.
it up that bad?
That bad, yeah. I've never messed it up that bad. But
Oh man,
I told Sherry, I was like, you should cook the
shouldn't.
steak,
You shouldn't have disclaimed that on here, man.
dude. I'm it's not like my manhood. I just did a long day.
Hey, Joe,
Hey,
Joe.
hey,
You're
no,
talking
you never know.
you're talking to an American griller down below me, and
Right.
I've heard of Bedazzled, but this
Hmm.
man down here, he's Star Spangled, bro.
Oh, really? Look, I normally do a solid steak, but today was horrendous. My brain is just fried or something.
Oh man,
Wow.
Horrible.
I cannot, man. Look, I've butchered some steaks in the past, man. It's one of those where you just tuck your head down for about a week, you know.
Garlic salt on them.
Yeah, my girl's not going to let this down.
Well, I mean, but enlighten us. How do you oversalt it?
The top came off.
You just like start talking. I was talking to her at the same time, and just like I just kept shaking, and
Man,
it was so bad that I got paper towels to dab more off,
yeah.
and it still was too
Hey.
salty.
You was dancing, you was dabbing.
Dude, you could have cooked that.
Dude, I did cook
it. You could have seared
Dude,
that.
it burned your mouth when you put it in your mouth. That's how
Hey.
bad it's salty.
It's like gargling when you lose
Yeah.
a tooth.
You were missing your old steak weight.
Yeah, it's like, oh
Dude.
man, shake weight. Hey, hey, don't talk bad about those.
We say hi to the chat too, because everybody's saying hi. What's up,
Oh,
Kenny?
yeah.
What's up, Collision?
I did kind of forget to give a huge shout out because we had
So
everyone slowly rolled in. But yeah, keep going, Joe. My bad.
It's all good. Everyone wants to know
So-
about my failures.
So, like, we talking like kosher salt, or we talking like
Kosher.
like table salt?
Kosher salt.
All right, at
Yeah.
least it was kosher salt. All right, we got you. All right.
Yeah. So I've never. It's the first time ever. I told her I was like, man.
Yeah, it's a sprinkle. It's not a typhoon.
Yeah, Salt Bay, dude. You gotta
yeah, that's right.
drop that on your forearm.
I sure don't sprinkle it like that, but yeah, thanks. Jeremy.
Right.
That'd be good
For the
form.
gun show.
Good form. Yeah. So I did the Black Swan, and
dude, that's hilarious. I hope I'll recover from this. Really,
you will.
it's a blow to my pride more than anything.
What you should do, coming from a guy over here,
Mm.
is go get you a nice tri-tip or a brisket.
Nice.
Make that turn out good, and then you redeem yourself.
Okay,
I
I gotta
swear
go.
we're going to do a restaurant.
Where are you at? Down in Florida or what?
Yeah, I'm in Orlando. Yep.
All right, so I'm not sure if you're going to find a brisket down there. That's why I say you might grab a tri-tip. Tri-tip might work out.
Yeah, maybe. We got a good spot over here.
And just kind of slow cook that puppy for a couple hours, turn it out good, and then you'll be like, all right, I'm back on the horse. You'll be all right.
Well, I want to, because I just bought the house, so probably got a new grill over there. So
That's
probably by
going to
the end of the month.
I was going to say, like, this is the new house, and you mess the steak up, then you're screwed.
No, I didn't ruin the sanctity of the new house.
Okay, all right.
It's not on a new grill.
So then you leave all of the bad spirit in this house, and you leave. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not.
Yeah.
This place is a wreck right now. I'm ready to get
Check
out of
the
here.
attic for Ouija boards.
I mean, you're not fit to make cup of noodles right now.
Right, dude.
You're gonna have to take. You're gonna have to take a break.
I gotta get carry out for the rest of the time here.
Yeah.
That's how we
It's
do
like,
it.
hey, DoorDash. Yeah. We can bring it to you.
Yeah, I was gonna go because I was working all day, so I may able to take a shower, and I saw you guys were streaming. I was like, man, let's go hang out with the boys. Let me redeem my manhood. Talk to these guys about this.
Yeah, and then you get tore down. Isn't that great?
Well,
Yeah.
Joe, I am working on a cover for the Beckon book.
Oh, nice.
So-
Wrap around.
Well, no,
No.
I just put it back there to think, give myself the option. This is
And he
me.
doesn't like my idea, so whatever. There's that too.
You don't want to reach around, wrap around. I mean, it's a wraparound cover. I know what I'm talking about. So it's always a good idea because one, people love that. Or what you could do is do both of your covers variant wise, and then you can sell them as like a collection. You know, get both and you get the single image. That would be cool.
Oh, what was I needing to ask him? I'm gonna have to rewatch the episode and go back. We were talking about I need to ask you some questions. Oh yeah. So Billy Basco took a look at the book, right? And
Nice, the thumbs
yeah, he was.
or the yeah.
Yeah, he was.
They're phalanges, from what I've been told.
He thoroughly enjoyed the rendering, but he did
Nice.
say my sound effects need more form. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of under the impression that letterists do that. You get a specific guy to do those. Am I wrong or not?
No, yeah, you can split up the roles as much as you want. If you
So
want to
is
go
there
out
just-
on,
Go ahead. Sorry.
if you want to go ahead and do those, you can, but it's just more of an endeavor, more things you got to pull off, you know.
Yeah, I wasn't in.
So there's a guy out there or girl that's just a 3D letterist for.
Well, they generally do all the lettering, the bubbles and everything.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that's a job. You pay them probably like somewhere between
So-
10 and $20 20 something bucks a page. Yeah,
So I could be a bubbler.
you could be a bubbler. Correct. Correct.
Hey, I might actually have a job in this thing yet.
I mean, start trying and put it out there.
You gotta fix the prototype and get going.
I didn't break the prototype, so I don't really have to kind of go look and see what the hell's going on.
Something happened.
Just the once you open the gate-
Allegedly.
once you open the gate and go through, the surprise that drops down, well, that doesn't happen, but the collision still works, but it doesn't trigger battle. Ergo, you can't see the credits with all our names on it, and you don't get the radar.
And
But
I'm gonna go play it after this and see.
So
that had to have just happened like last week or something.
I blame Steam.
So I'm already wondering what you're doing with this cover before. I don't want to break away from that, but it's Beckon related.
Go ahead.
I'm wondering what's your goal with this bad boy?
So I liked your Canaan White cover.
Okay.
Really liked it because it reminds me of those old Star Wars posters. Like the original, Star Wars posters.
Indeed.
And then he said episode 1, so I really wasn't fully.
No, I said way before episode 1. But,
all right.
Okay.
We'll rewatch.
I liked having the cascade of the characters and all that. So I'm doing a silhouette of Tulabanya up at the top.
What, you mean like a map of?
No, of like the tree tops.
Oh, okay.
Right, and just the edging would have the details of the leaves being
and the Death Stars in the back right there. If you see,
we would have an airship right here in the corner. We would have our mentor character right here.
Well, you should have that airship exploding in the back.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, because we need all the explosions, right?
Well, here's the thing.
Out in space, where nothing.
I just noticed on your cover, Joe, how you have a giant explosion, and I'm like,
right. Well, that was between me and Kanan. We were talking through what I wanted, and I think for most covers, you can go the still route. Like my main cover for Star Circuit is just a portrait, really, and that works.
Right.
That works, but I feel like the best covers are ones that are
have movement.
Right. So that was my first thing. Like your main guy in the middle here is very stationary. It seems. I don't know. That's why I was asking where you're going. So I was just wondering.
I was, your cover has the motorcycle, the explosion. Everything else is pretty much lined up. So I guess that was a subtext on it that I didn't really think. On mine, I was going more intrigue, interest, not so much. But I hear you about the explosion. I'm thinking more just, the flying trails of it.
I'd say do whatever you want to do, like, but just know probably the more emotion, the more cool factor, the better.
Okay, because like I said, this was just my first jump at trying to crystallize an idea for a minute. It's not my only idea.
So to not give it away to everybody else that hasn't seen what we've seen, Joe, like, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't there something that begins to freaking come out and explode later in the comic? Would it be out of bounds to have some of that possibly?
I love when he tries to ask these questions.
I'm
nervous about it.
I'm trying to tiptoe around it without saying it, because there's people that haven't seen it. So, but there's something later in the comic that actually does explode and come out. Would that be something that you would put on here, or maybe an alternate cover, or would that give too much away before the comic?
Well, notice how I can relate it to like my cover, the Kanan cover. Yeah. It's just an explosion. You don't really see what it is on mine, even though you could have maybe made it more detailed. So I suggest doing something similar. Maybe
more obscure, something just there's an explosion. You're not sure what it is, but it's there.
Still
then you
detailed.
Get further in the comic, and you go, "Oh, that's what that is."
And it doesn't even need to necessarily be specifically that either. Notice like an explosion like that never really even happens in my book. Smaller explosions do, but this one's like blowing up a building. It looks like it's a bank heist or something, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is the energy. It looks like some things are happening that are...
It's exciting. It makes me want to open the cover and look inside.
Right. That's all that matters. What's this stuff in the front here, Jim? What are those little tendrils?
Those are socks.
Okay.
Yeah, socks.
It's gonna
be denethite.
Okay.
That corruptive substance.
Okay, just wondering.
But before he had legs and feet, it looked like his pants were just ballooning out towards the front.
I was thinking about this. I was telling Sherry this before I ruined the steak. I was saying that I was reading into a couple of these Japanese type of manga that there's actually a manga about dudes making manga.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Bakuman. But in that, they talk about two different types of comic artists, and I think they describe me and you pretty well. The first one is a genius type, and that's you. You're like,
I was going to say, which one's that?
it's definitely not me. I'm not it's like the guy that just makes what he wants to make. You know what I mean? And it turns out good. And the other guy is more calculated. It works because he works because he has like studied the trends. And
But he didn't study how to make a steak.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Exactly.
All right.
So either way, I think for your technique of you being who you are, just go for it. The way I would do it would be a little bit more planny, but I think if you just keep going at it, you're going to come with some good.
I would agree with that, because there's been so much stuff that he just goes for and starts drawing and comes out on the other side, and it's like, holy crap, where did you come up with that? Where it wasn't, okay, he drew it out, he made an outline, he said, I'm going to do this, this, and this. It's got a free flow if it's going to be him.
Yeah, I think so too. And even right now at this stage, I'm like, just do whatever. Like at some point, you can look at it and be like, give you my thoughts on it. You know,
I mean, even it's not necessarily an explosion, but I mean, you've got those airships that you had on Tulabanya. But is there anything else coming to mind that you would think has an energy that would have that excitement or that intrigue that is going to cause that reader to want to open that cover, to go, hey, all right, that looks cool. I want to open and look inside.
The only thing that I can think of, guys, and Dwight keeps kind of coming up around it, I think I get what he's saying, is the only thing I could see in this particular composition, and even when I look back into the book, like what can I bring out that has that action, that has that excitement, that's not gonna foreshadow it too bad. You know, it's not gonna sit there and say, this is gonna happen in this book right on the cover, you know?
Right.
So the only thing that I can work with at this moment that I'm thinking of is that airship. So Joe says make it explode. I'm saying, like on that piece of art that I did for Star Circuit, make that blast from the back of the bike and everything, ergo back of this airship, you know, that action, that line of action, you know,
I think it's all
movement to it. I just got to play with it more.
For me, it's because like on the calculated one, I see. Well, four eyes is in the chat. What's up?
Yep.
Daniel. But I was going to say
they've been giving us some good comments.
Nice. 4 eyes is the best. 24 eyes, not 4 eyes.
24.
There we go.
You 4-eyed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if you look at most covers, it doesn't really matter the subject matter, but as long as you're getting these diagonals and whatnot that are coming, spanning across the page,
right?
That's what really matters, and I think that's what makes the Kanan one that he did pretty nice.
So for me, I'm not thinking the airship, man.
He's talking
thinking Nightmare
or something that's working with the focal point.
I get that, but I'm sitting here thinking Nightmare Eater, and maybe.
Yeah, that's where I was throwing that up there.
I know, but that's kind of where I'm thinking, because there's something else to that we don't know of yet, and so if it's I'm with you though. I don't want it to be something on here that you get like to page 20 and go, oh yeah, okay, I've seen this before. If it's something that kind of alludes to that, but not necessarily exactly shows that, but I mean, like you show something just freaking blasting out, and if that's shown later on, and then you get to then come back, that's what's so Joe, earlier we were talking, what's in my mind is I want to look at this and see something that I don't quite know what it is yet, but it's something intriguing. It's something that I want to I want to learn more about. I open the comic, I read through it, and I go, oh, cool. But I come back to the cover, look at it, and go, that's what that is.
Right.
And have almost like that, I want to read it again, because now I just saw something that I didn't know that I saw before. I saw it, but I didn't know what it was. Now I'm intrigued. Now I'm interested. Now I want to go back through it. Almost like what some of those movies will do, where if you watch it the first time through, you're like, okay, but you watch it the second time and you go, that's what that meant.
Right.
And just that aha moment. And so that's kind of where my mind goes if I'm thinking about something to put on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Does that make sense?
That carries over. I think that's what a lot of people hope for. You know, I have a couple of those in my book where you're like, by the end, you know what it is, and then you might have remembered what I referenced to before, and you might want to go back and look. And I think that's a similar thing that you want to check out here.
So I think just planting those seeds and planting those little bitty pieces of idea, and then, like you said, just let Jeremy go. Just put that in his mind a little bit to think through, and then next thing you know, like tomorrow we'll come back and he'll have something on here and you go, holy crap, that looks awesome. Just because it'll spark just that amount that he needs to kind of move him toward where he's going.
Yeah,
that's my thought.
My clients and Joe are kind of used to me bugging the crap out of them, because as soon as I get a little bit through the way, I'm sending them versions of it and going, hey, what do you think about this? Hey, what do you think about that? And it's like, get a little bit further on it, man. And it's like, no, I gotta know. And that's reflective in how you guys were seeing me do the thumbnails and just kind of jumping in, but putting a lot of work into small things, because that's how it was that clear to me.
But
I wasn't having to build it anymore. But as you're seeing here, I'm kind of just throwing ideas down and trying to get a collage going. So,
but that's you though. That's your artwork. That is your style. That is how this goes, and that is what has been intriguing this whole thing. Do not lose that.
So to me, what you should do for these characters, not just my thing. One of my favorite type of covers is where. And Kanan did it a little bit like this too, where each figure is definitely a different size. So
yes.
You may want to
give that perspective almost.
Well, it's a collage, so it's not going to be like in the same scene.
So with you saying that, Joe, does that mean like this character has more importance? You should pay attention to this one more than that one. Is that subliminal almost to where the sizes come in?
Well, the cover will kind of dictate that. Like the biggest thing on the page.
Like who's the main focus? Yeah.
The main focus is either, for the most part, it's with value too. Jeremy knows this. So wherever the most contrast is where your eye's going to go, and it's usually your main character.
Okay.
But the guy that has the biggest face also usually is like the villain or whatever. Who knows? And that's what Kanan did on mine, where the villain was the big head in the background. And technically, the smallest person on this page was the main character, but because it was the most energized and
after John Boyega, you nightmare eater.
What'd you say?
After John Boyega, nightmare eater a bit.
Okay. Yeah. What can you do?
I shrunk him down a bit.
Yeah, I got that. Dude, I believe it's going to, obviously, whatever you come up with, especially because it's digital, you're able to move things around, do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, that's what's easy about digital. I love it. I've been hearing a bunch of artists in CG kind of talk about it. And we love digital art. At the same time, it's like, people love how versatile it is. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. But I tried to go back to pencil for the thumbnails on this, and as soon as I started scratching around and I wanted to move something, I was like,
no. That's when you get out the scissors, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I do sometimes. I was going to say, did you see Pete Samedi's doing an auction tomorrow? Did you see
he did what?
Pete's hosting an auction tomorrow. If you want in, you should message him if you got some art to auction.
Oh.
So he's trying to raise money for his cat, but
yeah,
when you go when you go whatever sell your art, you're just going to make the money. If you want to give him some of it, give him some of it. Otherwise,
That's
it's all
cool.
yours.
Yeah, we need to get some Alterna hats like Joe's.
Yeah, you should.
They're $14.99, aren't they?
I don't know. I backed his prod. I can't remember what it was on his.
I went to his website to
Okay.
check him out. So yeah, but yeah, Pete's cool people. He's awesome. He's
For sure. Either way, he's got 2 slots. There's one at noon tomorrow, which I'm on. I don't know when I'm going to hop in. But then there's another one at 9 at night.
he's a messiah. We already have a saint. He's a messiah.
So Joe, your coin's coming next week, supposedly.
Heck yeah.
Well, I'm supposed to be getting the coins in by next week. So
Your coin's coming.
hopefully we might fulfill, for no obligation, the coins to Joe before we get Star Circuit.
Hey. Oh, that'd be great.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
if you wait too long, I'll be competing with you, but I'm pretty sure mine won't be out until end of June to you guys.
Okay.
Um,
Fair enough.
but it's rolling. It's really what held me back is the house. I can't I literally, even if I wanted to, I can't print it till next week because just because I won't be at the house.
Yeah.
So, and I've got plumbers going in on Monday, so can't have.
So is that where all of your indie money went? Is this new house?
No, actually.
I mean, fair question, right?
I've
right,
made that
right.
joke on him so many times.
I probably I will have to.
I got funded on indie.
Well, the
I was
fence,
buying a new house.
the backyard has got like a big slope and it's being eroded away, so I'm probably going to need a retaining wall, which might cost some extra.
Oh, hey,
dough.
you want to do your due diligence
Chapter
on that
2.
retaining wall because they fall easy if they're not built right. They fall.
Yeah.
Oh,
Star
I mean,
Circuit Chapter 2. Here it comes. Build a retaining wall.
I need a retaining wall. Yeah, so I mean, I'm getting actually a lot of other. That's why another reason why I'm doing this art auction. I was like, I don't have to do it, but I'll take a couple hours to get some money, fund my fence. But that's the idea. So many things.
You gotta live. You gotta live a little bit.
I mean, a lot of it's going to dude. Thank God we're in Florida, but the taxes are still just. You see the number. Indiegogo takes their cut, the sales cut, and then income.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I just don't think it's gonna get better, man.
I think overall it's going to be a rough road.
Hey,
I'm stupid, guys. I'm stupid. Stupid. So Joe said it when he first comes in here. Dude, the figure in the middle of your page is very stiff. You need some action. Dude, he's running. And I need the loading in his hand. I need a dynamic run pose, and
There you
that's
go.
action.
Anyway, so man, Joe, how much doggy coins it going to cost for me to get your comic book?
I don't know. What is it at right now?
It's like 69 cents, man.
I don't know what the math is on that.
No,
but
Star Circuit is at
16.
we got one today. That was good.
So let me do some math. Let me do some math real quick. Carry the 2 divided by 1 divided by 1. So that's 23 doggy coin, man. That ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Dude, that's probably not too bad. I'd take a doggy coin. Is that a? I'm stoked for getting this thing printed.
Hey,
out of my
so
hands.
clarify something for me. So I went like full on. You said I get a T-shirt. I don't see a T-shirt. Where's
T-shirts at the big tier.
I went to the big tier. Let's go down.
Not the last that one.
I did the Star Circuit Plus.
Plus,
Go down. That.
dude, that's the page. You get an original page. That's what you get.
Okay.
You get an original page, which
can
is
I
going to
put-
be worth thousands.
Can I put that on a shirt?
He goes, it's gonna be worth thousands.
Dude, but Don Chin thinks this thing's going to get picked up, man. It was on
That'd be
his show.
cool, dude. That'd be great, man. That'd be sick. That's why
So
I bought
that's
me a
why
bike.
you were reacting to those questions the other day like that. I was like, he's actually talking
Dude,
like he's better.
You're up to 17 grand, man. Sweet on you, man.
Dude,
Damn
Joe,
it.
you
Doing
need
well.
to have Jennifer Garner play Taryn.
Ooh.
Jennifer Garner. I
Because
feel
you
like
hate Jennifer Garner.
Hey, if she declines, I have a second.
okay.
Joe told me he hated the electric character because of that shit.
I have a second. I'm not much on her, dude. Jennifer Garner can no. She'd be I don't even think she'd be in my top 100.
Yeah,
Anyway,
me either.
no, I got one at work that's like straight up. She goes blue hair, shaved down the side. I'm buying it. I'm in.
We were just talking about the haircut too.
She was straight up half blue steampunk, dude.
Really?
She bought the comic straight on the haircut.
There you go, Joe.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I feel like it's appealing, but some people like that kind of stuff. Some people just don't like comics in general, period. Even if you tell them it's pretty cool.
I'm telling you right now, man, I don't have one comic book in this house.
Dude, I'm glad. So I'll be the first.
So yours is going to be the first comic book.
Oh, I count that as that's even better. That's more important to me.
So there you go. Now, don't mess up any more steaks, man, or I might have to sell it.
Well, hold on to it. It might be worth it. You don't have to read it. But I won't be screwing.
I'll just get a big red marker. Steak killer.
So, guys, thank you all for showing out today. We did run about 11 minutes over. Joe, thanks for showing up and saying hi. Dwight, thank you again for your, big brotherisms. And guys, everyone in the chat, thank you all so much for showing back up. We'll give you some more updates. I should start streaming back again more often, but like I said, trying to get the job work done, and then I'll jump back on. But yeah, next episode, next time we're back on, we'll be back onto the covers. And yeah, if you can, go try out Beckon before Dwight fixes it. So
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go try to see if this is for real or not.
I tried it on the RTX.
Sure.
But so I'm wondering if it's trying to. I doubt it because it's not triggering it. But we might have to go into the back end and see if something up with the RTX could be causing it.
I got you.
All right, guys, we love you. Thank you all so much. You all have a safe, nice weekend, and we'll see you again. Art Bros on Wednesdays. Joe has the Sunday Draw channel, so he's probably going to be up around then. We'll have Billy Basco probably show back up on me because he likes it too.
I still say, Joe, who do you think needs to be Jeremy's alt cover, man?
I've already asked Billy. Billy's already
I think you need to go big or go home.
I don't care. Who's your oh man, that guy needs to be Jeremy's alt cover.
TVS.
Ooh. Yes. I mean, one of my favorite artists ever is Roquefort, but if I was going to get somebody to do your cover, the guy who did my link in the background, Mateus Santaluca, I'd get him to do it.
I wouldn't even mind the Barton Bros.
Barton Bros could do it if you want to keep it in the community for sure.
But I really like Billy Basco's work. I really like his painter style because it's completely adjacent to my approach. And
I would think it needs to be something contrasting, not something.
Yeah, that's basically
not something like, oh, that looks like Jeremy did it.
Well, Joe would sit there and say the thumbnails look very painterly, which is basically what Billy does. But I rely on line a lot, and so the internals of the book will probably be very line reliant on its art. So yeah, painted cover that look nice.
Hell yeah! I think I'll keep thinking on this because I forgot that not that for some reason I assumed you were going to do both covers, but now that I'm thinking about it, you're like, yeah, I'll think around.
I've got a line set one up for Jedi Josh to do some pencils on.
Because I think that'd be interesting. I think that'd be cool. Get somebody else's just different take.
Jedi, if you watch this episode to this point, the city in your Spider-Man, I watched this video on negative space drawing. When your environments are receding, the further they go back, start to change your sketch. You're rendering from relying on the light and then switch it up to the negative space sketching. That simplifies the shapes more just like things receive or get less detailed as they go back. So I wanted to make that point.
Cool.
I don't know if he'll show
Sure.
back up on this.
You never know. I'm sure he watches
yeah.
these things.
All right, guys. That's it. Thanks again.
Yeah, smash the like button, subscribe.
Yeah, smash that like button. Oh, yeah, by the way, subscribe now if you're not, because we just need one more person to subscribe to get at 100. So I'm going to watch it right now. Hold on.
The YouTube gods gave me the ability to post, and I made a little post about you guys.
What?
You did?
Yeah.
Aw.
We're at 100 subscribers, man. What you talking
Yes.
There you go.
Awesome. All right, so we got past that hurdle. Thank you guys so much.
So what does that mean?
Let's keep
100?
going. I have to make better content for that, or more often content. But yeah, guys, thank you all again. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Awesome.
Keep it up.
Good to be with you guys.
Joe,
Later,
you're
Joe.
on Twitters, and I'm on Twitters. And you look up Catapano Art or Studio Zade on there. Look up Zade Studios on all the website stuff, on Facebooks and stuff. Joe has a website too for Star Circuit, so go there too. Guys, go sub and all that on his channel too.
I think my Twitter's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the future. When he realizes he has to get it.
Nah.
No, it's probably not a bad idea that you stay off of it.
It does take up a lot of time.
I don't have much of a filter, man.
Oh, that's not good either. Yeah. You need
Yeah, they don't allow you to edit the tweets either. So if you got Shrek thumbs like me,
Yep.
you'll post it, delete it, post it, delete it, post it, and every time they've retweeted it for you. So the bots really get trained on
That'd be great. That'd be great.
But guys, third time attempt to get off of this stream. It's been fun though. That's what it is. I'm hanging with my buddies.
That's the good piece, man.
So
good to hang. I'm glad I got here.
Awesome, Joe. Good to see you.
all right.
Same.
I'm gonna make out like Sean Hunter's mom at Boy Meets World and leave.
Hey, I'm off like a prom dress. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Latest.